What is up, everyone? Today we're showcasing an incredibly strong team for the Ultra League remix with Shadow Drapion, which might honestly be my new favorite Pokemon in the Ultra League. It is just so incredibly spammy. The crunch plus sludge coverage just can hit basically everything pretty hard. And if you're in a bad matchup, you can just start spamming crunches and you always have a chance of a defense drop, which just makes Drapion incredibly annoying and very potent in this meta. Now, the team I'll be running today, I partially stole from a friend of mine, the Nut93. He ran a lineup of Dragontail Milotic, Shadow Drapion, and Shadow Kanto XL Ninetales like a week ago already. And he got to like 27-20 rating with it at the time, which was really high. So this team worked incredibly well for him. I don't have access to a Milotic though currently, because you know you do have to walk 20 kilometers to evolve it, which I didn't feel like doing. So I'm just using my Politoed, which also works really well. But if you don't have access to an XL Politoed, Milotic works really good as well and is way more spicy. Honestly, way cooler than Politoed. And then Shadow Kanto Ninetales, of course, is really cool. If you have it, run it. It is a bit tankier than Typhlosion, but I think Typhlosion does the fire job very well. Maybe sometimes even better than Kanto Ninetales, to be honest, because the Blast Burns just have so much closing potential. Anyway, yeah, this team worked really well for me, even in this configuration without the Milotic. And you're gonna see me switch between Politoed movesets actually. In the first set, I used Blizzard Politoed. However, I realized that this team is really weak to Jellicent, where you don't have Earthquake on your Politoed, because both Politoed and Typhlosion do kind of get wrecked by Jellicent. So, second set and the battles after these first couple, I will switch to Earthquake. I used an Elite TM on that, and that was definitely worth it, because you can hit the Jellicents way harder. Anyway, look at this spam. Look at how quickly the Drapion gets to these crunches and just barely able to finish off this Scrafty right there. And it's the first game. Let's go. GG. All right. Next one is a Trevenant Lead, quite bad. And I go to Drapion, and in comes Galarian Stunfisk. And you might think that this is quite bad, but it really isn't. If you can get one debuff here, you can actually kill in 3 crunches. So, and if you shield Earthquakes, which usually they do go straight Earthquake, you can actually win this matchup if they go straight Earthquake. So this is really not too bad. Unfortunately, I don't end up getting a debuff here, so I'm just gonna end up letting this go. Never mind. I shield this up, which honestly is a dumb move. I think this was a dumb move, because they don't have to shield this, and they'll get to the Earthquake before my next crunch. But I'm lucky and my opponent does shield it. If they didn't shield that, I would be a shield down and I would have lost switch. So I think kind of a weird move by my opponent right there, but I will take it. They keep their Stunfisk alive and they bring in their Alolan Ninetales, which is really good for me. And also they're triple weak to fire. There's a lot of fire weak teams in the Ultra League meta at the moment. So an Incinerate user like Typhlosion is really nice. All right. We're just spamming off weather balls right there. And while we do that, I want to ask y'all one thing. If you end up enjoying this video, please consider hitting the like and the sub. Really does help out the channel. Anyway, just gonna switch with that Typhlosion right here. You know to use Energy Shields on Politoed as well. Just because Typhlosion can basically sweep at this point. It's just a weather ball coming out from the Alolan Ninetales, which, you know, doesn't really hurt Typhlosion. Though I'm already in the yellow, but I have so much energy. I can just Blast Burn this Stunfisk here. And even if they shield, I have another one already, and the Trevenant basically has no energy, so I should be very fine. Go for the Blast Burn. This should kill or take a shield, and now we just have to get to another one. Look at this. Trevenant gets really close though. Like the Trevenant Typhlosion matchup actually isn't amazing for Typhlosion, but with some energy, you get rid of it quite easy. All right. Jellicent. This is the devil. This is very bad for a Politoed if you're not Rotring Earthquake. But you know what? I'm just gonna stay in and chip it down a little bit with weather balls for now, and maybe I can come in with my Drapion later. Because if I can, another win condition I have here is if I switch to Drapion now, maybe get some shields down against whatever comes in, and then maybe Solar Beam the Jellicent later. So I kind of want to save my Politoed just for that So I'm gonna catch Shadow Ball right here to Drapion, and I'm just gonna hope they don't really have a hard counter for this in the back and I can burn some shields. And they do have a Scrafty, so on this I might be able to burn some shields. However, these counters are already really starting to add up. So it's not, it is definitely not great. Hopefully I can get to 2 of them. It's the first Sludge Bomb coming out. This will hurt. Maybe even take a shield. It doesn't take a shield. My next one might just take a shield though. Oh yeah, they get their one before I do, because it's 5 counters for each Power Punch and 6 for the Sludge Bomb. So they do end up getting there. Yeah, and I don't really want to shield that. I want to save my shields, but you know, at this point it's probably just over. Scrafty is also kind of a problem for the team, to be honest. I have nothing that resists counter, so it is really down to teamwork to take it out, but I also need teamwork to take out their Jellicent, and that's just a little bit too much teamwork. So game is over. I just conceded the match because just to save some time. All right, Mandibuzz Lead. Not a terrible matchup for Politoed, by the way, which I have switched to Earthquake now. But I have 2 better answers in Drapion and Typhlosion for it, so I'll just switch. And I get a defense drop on the first crunch and the second crunch. And now this matchup is pretty good. Alright, Drapion should not be able to beat Registeel. But sometimes you just need to get a little lucky. Sometimes you just need to get a little lucky, and we do get pretty lucky here. And the third crunch also gets a defense drop, which is just ridiculous. We're gonna end up poison stinging down this Registeel. Unfortunately, he did get off another Flash Cannon, so we had to shield, but that's fine. I was anticipating this to be a double Steel line with Stunfisk, and oh, there it is. It is a Stunfisk. And we can get another drop here. Ah, no drop there, but that's fine. I will now have my Politoed aligned to the Stunfisk, and I will have my Typhlosion versus the Mandibuzz. Typhlosion versus Mandibuzz is still a close matchup though, but it is pretty good. The Blast Burns really hurt, and I might actually be able to get to 3 of them. This is an Air Slash Mandibuzz, which is better for Typhlosion, because they get to the moves rather slow, and they still need 2, I'm pretty sure. Well, they get there still in 5 Air Slashes, which is not slow at all, but it's slower than a Snarl, because they would get there in 5 or 4 Snarls and then 3 Snarls. So 7 for 2, whereas with Air Slash it's 10 for 2, so that is way slower. And because of that, I'll actually be able to reach 3 Blast Burns here. So that's pretty nice. That's actually kind of crazy. Typhlosion being able to like this, like the Mandibuzz has a shield advantage, and I won't end up winning this matchup, but I bring it deep into the red. Like that is amazing for a non-XL Pokemon, to be honest, to be able to put up so much damage versus Mandibuzz. So thank you, Typhlosion. Stunfisk comes back in. Just gonna double Weather Ball it. Maybe Earthquake would have been enough, but I think double Weather Ball does a little bit more damage, so it's safer. Take it out, and now we have a Weather Ball for the Mandibuzz, and the note's over. GG. Alright. Abomasnow Lead. Not awesome, especially since I'm running Earthquake on Politoed. The moment I TM'd Politoed to Earthquake, I ran into a Mandibuzz Lead and an Abomasnow Lead, which you both want Blizzard, but so it was kind of unfortunate, but that's just bad luck. That's just bad luck. We're gonna run into some Jellicent later, I think, where I can Earthquake it, so you know, and I don't think I even needed Blizzard in those, so it didn't really matter, but it still felt bad, because I used an Elite TM on the Earthquake, and then the first 2 matchups I see were Pokemon where I would have wanted the other move, so, you know, that does kind of sting, but I think in the end it was worth it. In the end, the Earthquake is worth it, because especially versus things like Jellicent and even Lapras here, Earthquake would be worth it, so I think it's a good investment. I do think it's a good investment. Anyway, I can't take such advantage there, so I will just try to farm this down with Politoed now, and then hopefully he's like weak-ish to fire in the back. They're already double weak to fighting, like their team already makes no sense, so I'm just gonna hope their team makes completely no sense and is also double weak to fire, and so I switch to my Typhlosion, and it seems I'm right because they concede, so yeah, their team probably weak to fire as well, so GG. Maybe it's triple ice. Maybe there was memeing about with triple ice. That could be a possibility. Alright, Sylveon. It's actually not bad for my squad, because I have 2 good Charm monsters in Drapion and Typhlosion. Though Drapion is not amazing when shields are up. Look at how much her charms did. It's pretty insane. And Polito is also not too bad, but Typhlosion completely destroys it, of course. So not too bad for charmers, but I do always opt to switch out into my Drapion. Just because, I mean, I don't... It's better matchup than Politoed, and Typhlosion is too. I have two better answers, so I switch. That's the way I like to do it. Anyway, Scrafty comes out. Well, I'm glad to see this here, because, well, I just generally really don't like facing this thing. So I'm glad to get rid of it with the combination of Drapion and Politoed. And now I'm just gonna hope that Typhlosion can deal with whatever's in the back, plus the Sylveon. And I still have my Politoed for a little... But oh my god, this is such a bad move. I was expecting the Sylveon. I was really expecting the Sylveon, because that makes sense to me, you know? I instant switch my Politoed out of the lead. Whereas Politoed versus Sylveon honestly isn't that bad of a matchup, right? It is not that bad of a matchup. So I was assuming that my opponent would have assumed that whatever I have in the back is better versus Sylveon and Politoed. So they should use their Sylveon on my Politoed, you know? That is what I was thinking, but, well, I thought wrong, because they just brought in their Jelly, and I would have loved to stay in with my Politoed right there, because I have Earthquake, and Earthquake is good versus Jellicent, so yeah, now we're looking pretty bad, because of the double debuff that Solar Beam didn't even kill, which is insane. That is not something I was expecting, and now I just catch the move on Politoed, but I think it's too little too late. They already have some energy on the Jelly as well. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake here. I'm gonna... Would I have double Weather Bolt? Was I a double Weather Bolt? I think I might have been one off. Still, this does a good chunk. Maybe I could have double Weather Bolt. I'm not sure if I was there, actually. But I have to farm this down now, but I'm not gonna be able to get to the move. And that's game over. If I just stayed in Politoed versus Jelly, I probably would have had a good shot, but not anymore. So, GG. Alright, Scrafty Lead. This is not bad, because Weather Ball spam is very powerful, and these will hurt a Scrafty. However, their foul play is also hurt, of course. But yeah, I like seeing this here. I do like seeing this here. I get my Politoed gets this really low. I think I still lose generally, because counter is just insane, of course. But I get it low enough to where I can farm down with Typhlosion, most likely. Throw another move, and another one, and another one, and another one. These Weather Ball are spamming, like always, like always. This matchup used to be pretty good, I think. I think before Weather Ball nerf, Politoed might have been able to win this. Well, I think it would have been really close. I mean, it would have been in like Poison Sting downrange. I think the Scrafty would have been dead by now if the Weather Ball never happened. Weather Ball nerf never happened. But now in the current game, they would get to the Power Punch, which is also fine, very fine. It doesn't do much damage versus Drapion. They bring in a Jellicent, which is wild, but fine. Because I can get crunches here, and my Typhlosion sucks versus it. So, you know, this is so good for me. And they no shield the first one, that's okay. They get the defense drop on the second one, which at that point doesn't really matter anymore, because the crunch would have killed anyway. But I guess this does, because of the defense drop, actually a Blast Ring will knock out now, so it is nice. Actually, they're also dropping my attack, so that defense drop might have mattered quite a bit, because with the attack drops, this crunch probably would not have KO'd. Unless I got a defense drop, which I did. They saved their Charmer with a shield in the back, like usual, but I have a fire type, so that isn't gonna work against me. GG, alright, Pidgeot Lead. In comes a Stunfisk into my Drapion again. I don't actually like this. This is fine. We do damage here. We do damage here. No drop. No drop. We need one drop here. We need one drop here, and then we can flip it. Give me a drop, please. Give me a drop. Come on. And we get no drop. That's unfortunate. But you know, it's fine. We just let this go at this point, and we're gonna farm it down with Typhlosion as well. But I think I just go into Politoed. Because on Typhlosion, I would have to burn a shield. And this could be a Machamp in the back, and that'd be very, very rough, to be honest. But I will just throw my next Weather Ball before they get to a move. And this will kill the Stunfisk. They're probably gonna come in with a Pidgeot right now. Yes, it's either Machamp, it could also be Politoed. I tried to throw an alignment right there. It was feeling risky, but you shouldn't throw an alignment, because they're just gonna get a full gust through. That's how it works. Yeah, there's a Feather Dance, right? So I'm just gonna no-shoot it. It could be a Brave Bird as well. There's no way a Brave Bird, so just calling it. Gonna go for another move. I think I'd end up no-shooting the next one too. Oh yeah, that's this game. I was gonna go for... Oh yeah, I no-shoot this as well, because I know it's just another Feather Dance, it doesn't kill, and my Typhlosion is useless now anyway. Like, even if I save that, with that health, I'm so debuffed that my Typhlosion is just gonna get farmed down without doing any damage. It's a Greedent in the back. Yeah, it's just game over. Greedent is so bulky, and like 3 body slams is enough to kill my Polydot now. So I just finish it early and I concede the match. Alright, Dragalge Lead. This is nice. I just go for the Earthquake immediately. No need to bait her here. I think you win this matchup either way. And yeah, they let it go, which is really nice. That's really nice for me. I'm gonna shield this move up, because this Outrage would hurt. And I wasn't expecting them to bait since they're already so low. They're not gonna reach the Earthquake or the Outrage plus Aqua Tail most likely. They're bringing a Greedent here. I have 2 better answers for this thing. Both of my Pokemon in the back do resist the Bullet Seeds. Though the Bullet Stones will add up, but that's fine. I was bringing Typhlosion. And this is a decent matchup. I have no clue what I could have in the back. I see this often with Jellicent, to be honest. I see this really often with Jellicent. That's why I went in with Typhlosion and not Drapion. Since if I go in Drapion and they do have Jellicent, which is a very common line, then they're probably gonna stay in with Greedent, and I probably can't beat the Jellicent in the back then anymore. But if I go in Typhlosion and they bring in the Jellicent in that case, I'm still fine, because I can probably burn 2 shields there with a Blast Burn and a Solar Beam, and then Drapion just sweeps. So that was my thinking. And if it's anything other than Jellicent, you know, like a Stunfisk, which I also see, then I have my Polydot alive. So no matter what it was, I would have been fine. All right, we lag, but it's okay. I'm supposed to get the two Sludge Bombs here, but because of the lag, I can't. So I just go for double Crunch, but that is still fine enough. I have a Weather Ball stored up, and a Crunch plus a Weather Ball will knock out this Gramble. So yeah, let's go. Weather Ball coming through. This will kill the Bull. And then they have a Greedent, which we also kill with another ball. That was a GG right there. That lag kind of worried me, but luckily we were able to get the 2 moves. Alright, those were the final matches. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.